Hello, I'm Alex.
I'm Jackson.
I am Manny.
And I'm Patrick, and here's the gold build of our game, Hookup. Hookup is a queer hookup simulator, where the main character learns that Mr. Right Now is more than a piece of ass through intimate conversational interactions.
Our razor pitch was short and sweet, just as it should be, so I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to expand upon the central idea and alt value we've been working so hard to present within our game, Hookup. While not something everyone participates in, the popularity of hookup culture and casual sex have been on the rise for both straight and queer individuals. While many tend to believe that hookup culture has its home on college campuses nationwide, the rise of location-based dating and hookup apps, specifically those designed for men who have sex with men, like Grindr, Jacked, and Scruff, has made finding casual sexual partners extremely easy while also helping the culture become more widely known. However, it seems as though these popular mobile apps can often act as a double-edged sword. On one hand, they're allowing individuals interested in casual sex to connect with potential partners within minutes. On the other, the subjects they deal with, queerness and casual sex, can often attract strange looks due to the general negative stigma that surrounds it. We wanted to create a game to combat the stigma and allow for people to understand that casual sex isn't a bad thing, and engaging in it does not detract from your value as an individual. In order to do this, we've taken inspiration from apps like Grindr to create a narrative-based experience that simulates the chats leading up to a hookup with a man you, and by default, the player character, are interested in. Each of these men are presented in a realistic manner, and the bio sections of each profile highlight all of the specific traits that make them unique and wonderful individuals. You can work towards a cure for cancer by day and enjoy being raw-dogged by other men at night. In short, the alt value of our game, Hookup, aims to decrease the stigma surrounding hookup culture and the casual sex had between queer men by highlighting their accomplishments and positive traits alongside their sexual desires.
The core loop consists of two sections, choosing and texting. In the choosing phase, the player chooses who they talk to by swiping left or right when shown different profiles. Swiping right means the player likes who they see in the profile. Swiping left means they don't like who they see in the profile. After the player swipes right 5 times, the game will transition to a texting phase of the game. In the texting phase of the game, players must carefully select a response from a selection of provider responses. By choosing the correct responses, players can hook up with their Mr. Right Now. However, if the wrong responses are made, they will end up getting ghosted by their potential partners. To get a good idea of how well they are doing in the conversation, a heart meter is displayed on the top left-hand corner of the screen to indicate their affinity with the person they're talking to. The game ends when the player has successfully hooked up or has been ghosted by 3 different people.
Our game went through a few different iterations before we landed on our current build. We started with an actual physical game with cards and had a lot of fun playing with it. We upgraded to rudimentary art assets and a text parser system that allowed the player to type what they wanted to say to their match. This was beneficial in that it was very akin to an actual dating app. However, we decided to create a choose-your-own-adventure style gameplay mechanic instead because we felt that it did a better job emphasizing what we wanted to say about hookup culture. We wanted to make sure that our alt value was clear. We also learned that the information displayed in the profile of the potential match had to be concise and meaningful, since in real life, people tend to just swipe and look at the pictures, and we didn't want that. Through different playtests from our peers, we learned that we needed to make sure that there were many different dialogue routes to prevent any straying from our message. This is because in a real dating app, conversations can go in any direction. Our game really took shape once we implemented our final art assets, varying dialogue routes and different mechanics to really make the game feel like an app. Moving forward, we are planning on adding more sound to create a better feedback loop for the player. We are going to implement emojis for use in the dialogue portion of our game, as well as more dialogue routes to create different scenarios. We will also add a gallery of all the illustrations created so the player can view them outside the game loop.
We hope you enjoyed listening to our presentation and have seen the amount of time and effort we have put into Hookup. Thank you for listening to us, and we hope you like our gold build. Have a great day.